Yo guys, back another day, another video. I usually don't upload on Saturdays. Like I said, I upload every single day except Saturdays. But today it's draft day. Round three, round 4 through 7. Today's video is gonna be the reaction or Cowboys fan reaction to rounds 2 and 3, which were phenomenal. I fell asleep after our second round pick. The 1 hour of sleep after round one caught up to me. So that's all I gotta say about that. We First off, we got a first round talent in the second round. Third round, we got a second round talent in the third round. Possibly top 10 defensive lineman. It's not even questionable. Neville Gallimore is a top 10 defensive lineman. Not he's top 5 D tackle, or any way you would say it. He's top 10 defender in the draft. Defensive lineman, I'm sorry. And Diggs is just a beast. He reminds me a lot of NFL Mel Kiper. I don't want to say a lot, but Mel Kiper said he reminds a lot of Aqib Talib. He played like Aqib Talib, like he did in college. Aqib Talib completely transformed his game for the better when he went to the NFL, and he did. He does. You know, you compare the two films in college, from Kansas to Trevon Diggs, Alabama, or Aqib Talib to Kansas. They look very, very similar. You know, kind of like it's if you watch him and Christian Fulton and the other guys, H.A. Terrell, who were in the same vicinity as ranking wise, and Terrell still went 15th overall. Like I had Terrell, Fulton, and Diggs all going early second, but I guess the Falcons really love Terrell. And out of the three, I thought he was the worst. I thought Fulton was the best, and then Diggs was second best. But yeah, he plays like Darius Slay. I'm not comparing him to Darius Slay. If he is anything close to Darius Slay, then that's a win-win. He just plays similar style. He can play on ball. He can play off ball. What I mean by that is like uptight, like press, or laid back in a soft coverage. Or he can, both are inconsistent. Both can play at a really high level at certain points. Like certain points in a game or certain points in a season or a week-to-week basis. Both, they play the same way. Darius Slay, a couple games, can ball out, not allow a single catch, and then start the season be like 2019 Xavier Rhodes, I'm sorry. And Xavier Woods, yeah, like the Cowboys, he's terrible. Oh, but what a value. And then the Eagles, it's a win for the Cowboys. I mean, I'm reacting to rounds 2 and 3 from a Cowboys fan like point of view, or anybody related to the Cowboys, and the Eagles wasted a second round pick. People are saying they're going to use him as a Taysom Hill type. You could easily sign a Taysom Hill type. Sign RG3. No reason to spend or trade for Taysom Hill. I mean, he's not signed. They have a second round tender. If you're going to give up a second round pick, might as well sign him and get a second round, give up the second round pick. But that was a win. Third round, Eagles blew another draft choice. We stacked up our D-line. Tristan Hill, if he can develop to anything but a bust or a Taco Charlton, then we'll keep him around. But I'm going to try to move on this side because I want to show some highlights there, so it's just not me talking to boring old me. I don't know if Neville Gallimore is going to bring an instant impact, because I'm pretty sure if Tristan Hill is healthy, we're going to play him a lot more in the rotation than we would Gallimore. Also, it also has a lot to do with if Alden Smith and Gregory play. And it's like, well, he's a tackle, or Gallimore's a tackle, and those guys are ends. But yeah, because Tyrone Crawford can play end and on the interior. So if those two do not play, Gregory and Smith, which they probably will, but you can't count anything out with Goodell. I always thought he was the worst commissioner in all of sports. Well, it's MLB's after the whole Astros and Red Sox thing. But if those two don't work out, Crawford is going to play more on the outside. So that's going to leave a rotation, a 3-man rotation of McCoy, Poe, and Hill. But if Crawford or if Smith and Gregory do play, Tyrone Crawford's going to be in the inside 24/7. He's definitely not going to take DeMarcus Lawrence's reps. If DeMarcus Lawrence comes out of the game, it's definitely going to be Smith or Gregory if they're taking them. Because they're both just fast, and DeMarcus Lawrence is a mix of everything. That's why he's so good. But other than that, there's nothing else to comment on. But to add on, I just said there's nothing else to add on. I'm talking about those individual players. The draft as a whole has been very good. A+. We were the biggest winners. People say, "Oh, you're a Cowboys." We're the biggest winners. There's the only teams that I can think of that are as close to winners as we are the Broncos and the Lions. The Lions, phenomenal in my opinion, through the first 2 rounds. People were saying the Broncos were the biggest winners. They are a winner, but they addressed their needs. 2 receivers. Elway wants Locke to succeed. Great. He's doing the exact opposite of what the Eagles are doing nothing and giving him weapons, which they still didn't. They reached. Whole other video. But he has Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, even a Holiday, who I think can be very, very talented. He reminds me a lot of Preston Williams, who was the undrafted rookie last year for the Miami Dolphins. And then he adds Judy and Hamler. I think Hamler is a little bit overrated, but he's definitely a playmaker. You cannot deny talent. I personally think he was more of a late 3rd-round pick because there was so much more talented. I don't know. But just a lot more talented guys that I think were worth that early 2nd-round pick. I say a lot. This is like a lot. There's no script. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. And I do think about it for a while. It's the next day. I take everything into consideration. So, because usually, no matter what fan base you are, unless you draft Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round when you have Carson Wentz, everyone's going to have positive reactions. Everyone's going to be like, high hopes. Yep, he's going to be a superstar. But you have to sit back, take it in for a little bit, be honest with yourself, and that's what I'm doing. Honestly, it's an A+. The only thing, like if we didn't get Trevon Diggs, if it was any other corner, really, or if we didn't even get a corner, it would be not worth getting CeeDee Lamb. It really wouldn't. But we got our corner that we needed. If Grant Delpit would have fell a little bit more, I wouldn't have been surprised if Jerry and Stephen just traded a bunch of their picks to get another 2nd-round pick, so we would have got Delpit and Diggs. I could have seen that happening if he would have, or if he would have fell a couple more picks, we would have give our 2 5ths, our 4th, or whatever, maybe even our 3rd, or even just a 4th. Hey, we'll give you a 4th, a 5th, and like a 3rd next year to get your 2nd-round pick. I'm sure one of those teams would have definitely did it to get Delpit, but the Browns got a great player in Delpit. That's like the best draft pick the Browns have had since they drafted Nick Chubb. Wasn't too out of Jedrick Wills. Even though I said that they should draft him, he is their best fit. But even though he is their best fit, I do not like him as a player. His skill, it's hard to explain. The way he plays fits the Browns' system. But he's not that good. If you don't know what I'm saying, I'm sorry. You're going to think I'm retarded. So, a player can fit a system. Okay, a player can fit a system, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be good overall because they're a good scheme fit. I mean, Dalton Schultz is a good scheme fit for Dallas, but he don't do nothing. So, I like the Jedrick Wills pick. I just don't like him. I don't think he can reach his full potential at left tackle. But anyway, like I said, they got Grant Delpit. He's their best pick they've made since Nick Chubb, honestly. So, and that's not a knock. Nick Chubb was a great draft pick. I think the linebacker they drafted and the defensive tackle they drafted in the 3rd round, I do not think was really worth it. If I'm being honest, they got an inside linebacker. They addressed the right position. There were so many more talented linebackers in the available. I mean, honestly, yes, a lot of linebackers went before them, and I think the Browns panicked. Oh, crap, a bunch of linebackers went before us. We just got to take the best one on the board. I don't think they really evaluated their stuff, how he fits a scheme. But they addressed their needs. The D tackle is a need, but not 3rd round. I thought they should address it, but see, Browns fans are so delusional. I know this is a Cowboys video, but I gotta make this point before I end the video. I had the Browns taking a D tackle in the 2nd round in my mock draft. It was a very, I forget who it was, honestly. I forget who it was, but I was like, at the time of his, like, when I did my mock draft, the D tackle that I wanted to go, I think it was Blacklock, not who the Browns, I had him drafting the mock draft. Blacklock went before the Browns pick, but the Browns still needed a D tackle. So I forget what D tackle, I think it was Neville Gallimore, who I made them taking but in the mock draft I had them taking Neville Gallimore. Yeah. It was either Neville Gallimore went before Blacklock, whatever. One of those two. Those two were involved somehow. And Browns fans came at me. Oh, we don't need a D tackle. Our defense line stacked. Not in the 2nd round. I got like so much hate for saying that. But that's their biggest need, is their defensive line and inside linebackers. They addressed the safety position already with Carl Joseph, who I still think is a bum. And then now they draft the D tackle in the 3rd round. Oh, it's so good. Such a smart move. And then the same video, the same people that commented all those things that we didn't need a D tackle were saying, see, he's a better fit than that player. No, I know it's around later, but you just said we don't need a D tackle at all. So I'm talking as we. I am not affiliated with Cleveland at all besides my location. But other than that, that is my reaction. I think we did a great job. If round 4 and round 5 go really pretty well, round 7 don't matter because we don't even have a 6th round pick, but we do have 5th round picks. I kind of want to see us trade those 2 5ths and go back into the 4th round. I think that would be nice. So I got a bunch of banger videos coming out. I got a bunch of videos coming out. So if you're this far in the video, type in 716 because that is the 2nd time clip of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am out, and peace.